When it comes to making the best burgers, the two most important things are the patty and the sauce. For me, the perfect burger needs to have a juicy, flavor-packed patty and of course a sauce that brings it all together. So this time last week, Jim lost a bet when we were watching the game, so now he has to share with everyone his secret burger sauce.
Now when it comes to secret burger sauce, most people just add in a simple ingredient like pickle juice, but I think we can do a little bit better there. Firstly, we're going to go into our bowl of mayonnaise, some chopped up pickles, then some tomato sauce, some American mustard, some onion powder, smoked paprika. I'm just going to give that a quick mix. And then I'm just going to go in with some pickle juice just to loosen up the sauce a little bit. About half of that's good.
It's looking good already, but I'm keen for this secret ingredient that you've been talking up.
Well, this is where we step it up a notch with Weber's barbecue seasoning. The heat and spices in this will give this sauce an extra personality. So we're just going to go in with about half a teaspoon.
Yum.
Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. It's all combined now. I think that is done. I'm going to leave that with you to take credit for, and I'm going to get a beer.
Thank you. So when it comes to making the best burgers, I'm going to share with you all of my tips from selecting the right meat, choosing the ingredients, shaping the patty, and then of course, cooking it on the barbecue. So first off, it's all about the meat. So most patties start with store-bought mince. Unfortunately, you don't have much control over the flavor of the patty because you don't know when it was ground, what cut of meat it came from. For the best results, head to your butcher and ask for some fresh, coarsely ground chuck steak. Our patties are going to be so quick to prepare, so let's get our Genesis preheating first. Now is the perfect occasion to activate our night vision LED lights. Now we can preheat with all of our main burners on high for 10 minutes. So this here is chuck steak. It comes from the shoulder area of the animal. So it is quite a tough piece of meat. It has all that connective tissue and muscle fibers, but importantly, that delicious fat. So usually it would be a slow cooking meat unless we mince it, which means this will be perfect for our burgers. So now we can just run this through the mincer. So I like to put gloves on because I like to get my hands right in there for a good mix. So now we have our beautiful, flavorful mince. Now we're going in with some onion. So just make sure it's finely chopped so it doesn't break up the patty. This adds flavor and moisture. Next we can go in with some finely chopped garlic. The next ingredient that I love to add in is some Worcestershire sauce. It helps to build those meaty flavors, that umami, and adds a little seasoning. Next we'll go in with some oregano leaves, sprinkle that in, and then as always we want to season our meat really well with some salt and pepper. So this next part is quite important as well. We don't want to overwork the mince, otherwise it will tighten the patties, making them really dense. What we want to do is keep it nice and loose. We want those air pockets to stay inside the meat because that traps in all those flavors and juices. Also, there is no need to go adding eggs or breadcrumbs into your burger patties. Just using good quality mince, like chuck meat, it is wonderful because it has 80% meat and 20% fat. That fat is going to hold our patties together. Okay, so there is a little bit of method behind shaping these patties. First, we want to think about the size of our buns. You don't want to go too small, otherwise you'll have the dreaded bun gap, as we like to call it. Also, you want about a 2 centimeter thickness on the patty. So when you're cooking it, it'll be on there for a long enough time that the outside caramelizes while the inside is still nice and juicy. So the last little tip here when it comes to shaping your patties is to put a thumb indent into the center. What this does is it stops the patty puffing up into the center, so you don't need to squash those patties while they're on the barbecue. So I have busted a bit of a myth. People love to overwork the mince. They think it holds the burger patty together. Honestly, do not do it. I've tested it where you keep it nice, loose and juicy, and the other one, it turns out really dense and tight. Actually, the most surprising thing is the amount of flavour that stays inside the patty where you haven't touched it too much. And that's because you've got those air pockets holding on to those beautiful, flavourful juices. Our barbecue has preheated. Now, to get the best flavour on these patties, we are cooking them directly on the cooking grill, so all those juices and fats fall down and create that wonderful barbecue smoke. All we need to do now is turn our burners down to direct medium-high heat because we have that extra fat content inside the patties. Now these can go onto the grill. These patties only cook for about 4 minutes aside, so I'll be back in 4 minutes to see if we can flip them. You only need to flip your burger patties once, about halfway through the cooking time. You'll know when they're ready to flip when they no longer stick to the cooking grill. Now that we've flipped the burgers, they have 4 minutes left. During that last minute, I'm going to throw on a slice of cheese and toast our buns. Look at these patties, beautifully flame grilled, and that gooey cheese. I think the guys are gonna love them. Now it's time to assemble these burgers. First, let's start off with Jim's secret sauce. Perfect. And there you have it, delicious burgers with that flavour-packed patty and of course, Jim's secret sauce. I think everyone's gonna love these.
Thank you.
All right, Dan, are you ready?
Thanks.
Ready?
So excited.
Well, thanks for doing the burger sauce. Cheers,
Cheers,
everyone.
everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over.
Cheers, Marco.
What a great night.